Who wants to be a real estate agent? Number 1. Every parcel in the subdivision has a deed restriction forbidding basketball backboards on front-facing garages. A homeowner puts one up anyhow. The neighbors may force him to remove it by A. Calling the police, B. Notifying the original developer of the subdivision, C. Sending a petition to the town or city hall, D. Going to court. The answer is D. Going to court. Number 2. The grantor of real estate may place effective deed restrictions forbidding A. Any future sale of the property, B. Rental of the property to a member of a particular ethnic group, C. Division of the parcel into small building lots, D. Any of these. The answer is C. Division of the parcel into small building lots. Number 3. The developer of an exclusive subdivision placed a restriction in the deeds, requiring 2,050 feet of road frontage for each building lot. The town building code requires only 100 feet. One property owner obtains permits to construct 2 houses on his 250-foot lot. His neighbors can A. Ask the court to order one house torn down, B. Act only before he has obtained certificates of occupancy, C. Do nothing because he complied with all town regulations, D. Enforce their rights by calling the police. The answer is A. Ask the court to order one house torn down. Number 4. The government's police power allows it to regulate A. Law enforcement, B. Fire codes, Z. Zoning, D. All of these. The answer is D. All of these. Number 5. The state needs to run a new expressway through a farm. The farmer does not agree to sell the necessary land. The state then may try to exert its right of eminent domain through a court proceeding known as A. Escheat, B. Variance, C. Condemnation, D. Downzoning. The answer is C. Condemnation. Number 6. The right of escheat allows New Jersey to acquire land A. Through an act of condemnation, B. When someone dies without leaving a will or heirs, C. Through a gift from a donor, D. When property taxes are not paid as due. The answer is B. When someone dies without leaving a will or heirs. A real estate salesman shows a pre-World War I house to a prospective buyer who has 2 toddlers and is worried about potential health hazards. In this situation, A. There's a risk that urea formaldehyde foam insulation was used in the original construction. B. The licensed real estate salesman can offer to inspect for lead and remove any lead risks. C. Because the house was built before 1978, there's a good likelihood of the presence of lead-based paint, and federal disclosure laws must be complied with. D. There's a possibility of lead poisoning only if there are paint chips to chew and swallow. The answer is C. Because the house was built before 1978, there's a good likelihood of the presence of lead-based paint, and federal disclosure laws must be complied with. Number 8. A non-conforming use is allowed A. Only after a condemnation suit. B. If it is for a public purpose. C. With the approval of 2/3 of the neighbors. D. If it existed before the area was zoned. The answer is D. If it existed before the area was zoned. Number 9. A physician goes before his local zoning board asking for permission to open an office in his residential neighborhood because the area has not medical facilities. He's asking for A. Variance. B. Non-conforming use. C. Special use permit. D. Restriction. The answer is A. Variance. Number 10. A homeowner asks the zoning board to allow him to build a fence to keep his children out of traffic on a busy corner. Since the owner does not have room for the required 10-foot setback, he's asking for A. Variance. B. Non-conforming use. C. Special use permit. D. Restriction. The answer is A. Variance. Number 11. An example of a private land use control is A. Subdivision regulations. D. Deed restrictions. C. Environmental protection laws. D. Master plan specifications. The answer is B. Deed restrictions. Number 12. The building inspector who has determined that construction is satisfactory may issue A. Certificate of occupancy. B. Subdivision regulation. C. Restrictive covenant. D. Conditional use permit. The answer is A. Certificate of occupancy. Number 13. The purpose of a building permit is to A. Override a deed restriction. B. Maintain municipal control over the volume of building. C. Provide evidence of compliance with municipal regulations. D. Regulate area and bulk on buildings. The answer is C. Provide evidence of compliance with municipal regulations. Number 14. A Greek revival home is located in a historic preservation district. The owner probably may not change A. The number of living units in the building. B. The exterior of the building. C. The interior of the building. D. Either the exterior or interior. The answer is B. The exterior of the building. Number 15. Liability under the Superfund is A. Limited to the owner of record. B. Joint and several and retroactive, but not strict. C. Voluntary. D. Strict, joint and several, and retroactive. The answer is D. Strict, joint and several, and retroactive. Number 16. The Lead-Based Paint Hazard Reduction Act A. is a federal law that requires homeowners to conduct certain tests for the presence of lead-based paint hazards prior to selling residential properties. B. Requires that known lead-based paint hazards be disclosed to potential purchasers and renters. C. Requires purchasers of residential properties to conduct risk assessments or inspections for lead-based paint hazards. D. Permits purchasers of residential properties to void any sale if lead-based paint hazards are discovered within 10 days after closing. The answer is B. Requires that known lead-based paint hazards be disclosed to potential purchasers and renters. Number 17. Which of the following materials is considered an environmental hazard due to its friable nature? A. Asbestos. B. Lead. C. Resin. D. Urea formaldehyde. The answer is A. Asbestos. Number 18. Which of these is suspected but not proven to be hazardous to human health? A. Asbestos. B. Lead-based paint. C. Electromagnetic fields. D. Carbon monoxide. The answer is C. Electromagnetic fields. Number 19. The most common source of lead contamination in residential property is A. Water in the basement. B. Chipping paint. C. Insulation. D. Groundwater gas. The answer is B. Chipping paint. Number 20. Buyers and sellers should be alerted to the possibility of mold when a house has A. Insulation-wrapped heating ducts. B. Groundwater contamination. C. An underground storage tank. D. Signs of moisture. The answer is D. Signs of moisture.